I'm gonna just bang out these paintings and see what happens. That's what drives me, that's what drives my creativity. This constant urge to create and make things. Project-based artist, when you're creating a body of work, what does it mean to make a piece that is really disparate from something else? And it's just garbage, complete garbage. I made a head out of clay, kind of going back to basics and just thinking about form and value. Another thing that makes this painting suck so much, anesthesia, you don't dream, you know. You don't want to dream. If you're on anesthesia, you just completely go basically into oblivion. Just a first pass of the glaze, because I think I can really make these colors a lot more vibrant. Pontormo, super smooth. Paper airplane. It's too much blue. And using that combing technique, there is this abandonment of obligation to reality of itself. The ditch digging of art. Got some more of the forest done. It's nice coming into the studio knowing exactly what's going to happen. The way the light moves on that is pretty nice. There's a lot more depth. It's still a little bit flat, especially in this middle area here. Science fiction illustrator from the 60s. Then there's the dream paintings. An artist who has one signature and they only do one thing. For me at least, that can be kind of a sad thing. This tiger, create their own religions, create their own perception of the world. Digital headpiece. 2 days of cutting, framing, gluing, super soft. Simple gradient with oils. This damn thing, ended up just erasing everything. Made this thing yesterday with the piece of wood. Flesh tones are starting to work. Just hit it with another glaze. Hallucinations that come into our dreams. A film about the North Dakota horizon. Here's a painting of the Mars rover in a cave, whatever the hell that is. Praying mantis, a character in the foreground. The German landscape painters were generally working from imagination about what they thought the desert looked like. That my work ended up just being constant spontaneity. Psychedelic theme. I want to make this more explosive. I lay down the paint and then I use a comb to make these lines in it. Already was investigating dreams. I discovered that these things do seep into your life and it's starting to become less explosive and more blobbyish. Not thinking about the glaze so much as something that's just, you know, thinned out, but something that really has color. Tiger roaring, then a tiger shark, and then an imaginary tiger cringer. I erased this woman's face. What? I can scrape these layers off. A G.I. Joe, a tent, some teeth, and a hamburger. And maybe I can make something like that head. Tied 2 paintbrushes together. I used little bits of paint which was scraped off and turned it into this kind of dust. Palette scrapings. So I used a pendulum. To create the circles. That kind of staticky look to them. Comic book almost effect. The pink and blue stripes. Body is being made up of this combed out paint. Abstract it even more. Get rid of that figure. Simple little landscape. Also using the little pixelated shadow technique here and there, but using the pendulum to create these patterns and create these movements. I've officially kind of walled myself into the studio.